Yep, we are good to go.
So hi everyone. Today for our store teardown, we have a very special guest. We've got Carl who's a conversion rate and A/B testing expert from Germany. He's also the co-founder of Accelerated, which is a rocket fuel for some major D2C brands across the globe. And Carl and his team work, they scale brands with their CRO framework, and he gives some fantastic advice on his tweets. Over to you, Carl. So could you tell us a little more about what you do and why it's really important for e-commerce brands today?
For sure. Thank you so much for the intro, and thank you so much for having me. So really quick intro from my side. Carl, 23 years old, born and raised in Germany. I'm the co-founder of Accelerated. We basically focus on conversion rate optimization and A/B testing for D2C brands. We mostly work with lifestyle and fashion brands. And at the end of the day, what we do is we increase their conversion rate and their average order value, just so they can scale more aggressively and more profitable. Because at the end of the day, there's like two things that you can focus on. It's either ad performance or website performance. We like to focus and make the traffic more profitable. And I think this is a really overlooked kind of topic in e-com. Most of the people like to focus really heavily on traffic channels or content creation, and then have like a mediocre site which doesn't convert. So that's what we are here for. And I'm really excited to be here with you guys now.
Amazing. What brand are we looking at today?
So today we're together looking at ZenaSkin. It's a skincare brand, which is really exciting. They have a really unique design, looking really good. So we're just kind of going over the page now, looking through the different pages, kind of from a CRO perspective, talking about what they could be doing, things they could be changing to increase their conversion rate or their average order value. And yeah, shall I jump into screen sharing now?
Great, let's dive in.
Okay, sweet. So this is the page. Can you guys see the screen right now?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So this is the page. I just opened it like a minute ago. So first things first, what we see is this pop-up here. The way that we do it is we will just go over all the pages. So starting with the pop-up, then go to the home page. From the home page, basically go over to the collection page, kind of give an overview of like all the products. Then we would jump into the product page, also show one other page because they have a really cool gimmick that I want to show you, which is a quiz. And then afterwards, we will quickly go over the cart draw and checkout process, and then we will wrap it up. And yeah, mostly focus on trying to giving you guys some value, some actionable insights, just so that you guys understand like the perspective of how we approach this, and can take it from this webinar, this live stream, and apply it to your brand and benefit from it. So that's basically the idea of this. And yeah, shall we get started?
Absolutely.
Okay, for sure. Sweet. I would just get started with the pop-up. I think this is a great way, firstly, to capture leads and capture emails, and incentivize them by giving them a discount code. Could be like 10%. They're using 20% right now. So I really like this idea. One idea that you could do here is kind of use gamification. So in a sense, maybe you've seen this on like other pages. They're using these pop-ups with like the spinning wheels where it says like 10% discount, 20% discount, free shipping, whatever, basically giving them like a spinning wheel, and then they click on it, you win a prize, and then you put in your name and email. So this could be like one thing that you could test here or implement here too. Other than that, really great way to capture like some emails and also incentivize them to buy the products. Sweet. So kind of closing the pop-up. This is like the homepage, first things that you see. Should we go through this on desktop view or mobile view? Which one do you like better?
I'd say mobile. Today's users are all on mobile, right?
Then we'll jump into the mobile view. Amazing. Works, right? You can see it in mobile now. Amazing. So first things first, above the fold, they are already really good. So it's not that we are looking at a really like bad page and like having to do the heavy lifting. They're doing it good in the sense that they are having product images and they are also having some kind of value proposition and subheadline basically explaining what the product is for and the value and benefits of the brand. And then they also have a clear call to action, which basically gets the consumer to take action. So just going through this value proposition, your skin has never felt this hydrated. And then the subheadline, get clearer skin in just days with our premium 4-step routines or your money back. I really like the subheadline. I would make the value proposition even more precise on basically what the product offers, right? So I really like the subheadline, which is really precise, really actionable, and sets like a clear deadline that you can basically achieve your dream goal of having clearer skin in just a couple of days. I would maybe break this down a little bit more and focus on like a clearer value proposition for them to use. Things that they didn't do right now, what I would be utilizing as a skincare or beauty or supplement brand in the above default is showing happy customers or showing before and afters of customers, because these products are really great to showcase what customers look like before using it and what they look like after using it. Could be for skincare, could be if you're in like the beauty niche, or could be in like fitness or supplement niche, because like the before and afters are really, really crazy from like the difference. So that is something that they could be utilizing here. So they don't show the products, but maybe they show like a customer with the product in the hand and then like a before and after picture. So it's making the effect clearer. And then they could be saying, hey, our products hydrate your skin with the XYZ formula. You will get clearer skin in the next 7 days with our premium 4-step routine or your money back. And then it's 100% clear. Customers know what they're getting into, clear value proposition. And then they have the social proof of showing people with the product and basically happy customers that also then the user can associate themselves with.
That sounds great. When someone can look at what impact the product would bring on them, that's definitely better social proofing. Would you highlight the money back guarantee more, or do you feel they do it well?
I think that's a great point to add. I think they did a good job in having that there. Only thing they could be doing is making it more clear, because you cannot really say, okay, did they get clearer skin, or like how do you measure if the product worked or wouldn't work? So I would maybe use the copywriting in the sense that they say, hey, try out the product. We promise that you will get better skin and be more happy with your skin in the next 7 days. If that's not the case, we will refund you or give you the money back, just so that it's 100% clear, because right now they don't really know like how or when they're getting the money back.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's that. That's all the input for the above the fold. One thing I would definitely include is some kind of customer reviews. So could be at the top, could be somewhere around here over the store benefits, just saying, hey, we have had over 1,517 happy customers that rated us with like a 4.9 out of 5 stars. Just so people understand again, it's building trust, it's showing social proof, and it's showing that people love the product. There will be the input. One thing that I just realized is that you could also be changing the color from this section so that all the attention goes to the call to action. Because right now, those two are a bit commenting for the attention of the user, because this is like in a pink, this is like some kind of other shade of like rosa to pink on the exit for like the shades. But if you have this in white and maybe have like the icons and the text in black, then clearly all the attention would get to this call to action, because this is the most visible color then. And then you have some kind of visual hierarchy in the above default. That's like the one last idea that I just had in my mind.
More contrast then.
Yeah. Sweet. Then here's what I was talking about, like the before and afters. This should be on top of the page, because this is really, really great. You could be having one of those before and afters, include a product and include like a review on top here, and then have the value proposition below that. That would be amazing. Yeah, something like that. This is what I was looking for. Now that I'm seeing it, this is what I was looking for. Showing all the happy customers, showing the product news, showing the product itself, over 7,000 happy customers. This is what you need to be displaying first things first and the above the fold. This is so important to have as high on the page as possible, because in the first couple of seconds, you're making the first impression on your user. And either way, they will stay on your page or they will directly bounce away. So it's so important to have this on top of the page. So this is like a really great job in like designing, but they should be putting that up higher. That's everything for the home page. What I would now do is, if you don't have any questions to that, just focus on like the menu and then go over to the next pages.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I think they've done a great job with their reviews, but I like the idea where you said it would push up. I think we should definitely, do you feel that, you know, they should highlight more USPs of their products?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They should be doing that in the value proposition more clearer, because this is like directly talking to the user, but this is not getting the product benefits across yet. So it should be something like, with the ZenaSkin unique formula, we hydrate your skin, something like that, right? So they should be doing like customer research and asking their customers what's important for them, and then take this into the copywriting and have the copywriting. That's what I'm seeing here, like formulated for all skin types. Those are like some benefits that they could be using.
Great, thanks for highlighting how important that is. We could definitely dive into another page.
Okay, sweet. Then opening the menu. How do you like the menu from like the first look at it?
I see a lot of white space and I don't necessarily see something exciting me to click on that.
Great point, great point. So what they could be utilizing, for example, at the top is having like a huge section showcasing, for example, like bestsellers or something, or like the trending collection, or they could have like sections which are saying build your unique routine, right? So they could be using a lot more visual content in the menu, because just like you said, right now it's really, really simple points in the menu, and they are not utilizing the white space at all. So at the top, I would use something like put the attention to one collection where they want to drive the traffic to. And at the bottom, maybe increase trust again, show social proof, show some reviews, maybe even show some trust badges or store benefits, just like you have them here, right? Because you want to remind the customers of these throughout other pages. But yeah, thanks for your input on that. So let's look at the collection page. Do you want to again give like a first impression of collection page?
I'd say maybe more filters.
Yeah, that's a great thing, because right now I'm thinking the product catalog is not too big. It's just like 11 products, but still it would be great to have some potential to filter it. So we could be utilizing filters here, just where you could filter for like your skin type or the goal that you're choosing. Like I want to use makeup, or want to hydrate my skin, or whatever your goal is, just so you have like 2 or 3 different filters so that they are showing the product to you. That is a great point. What I would also suggest is somewhat use like another value proposition at the top and show the product more in use with like a happy customer. So like here again could be something like explore our hydrating products that will make you feel amazing, or something like that, right? And then show like a happy customer next to it, just so again you're creating the emotion that your products are amazing, because this is like really, really simple, just saying hey, all products, and then you're scrolling through it. So it's a bit boring in that sense, right? So you could use this space more to educate and nourish the user.
Definitely, like driving more customer intent makes sense. What would you recommend them to have more categories, for example?
So right now wouldn't really make sense, because they just have 11 products. Only thing that would make sense is kind of split the products into actual like creams, and then like accessories, that would make sense, for example, because right now I can see they have like the glove, they have like a headband or like pimple patches. So it would make sense to separate those.
Sure.
And then now yeah, go ahead.
Is it sort of important to highlight social proofing again on category pages or collection pages? Is that important?
I would literally use it throughout the whole store and the whole customer journey. Because the more social proof and trust you can show and create, the higher the possibility is that people will actually end up buying from you, because they're being reminded again and again and again that you are a trustworthy brand, that people love you, that you're having thousands of happy customers, and that all these products are great, right? So I would utilize it on every page here.
And would bundles possibly make sense for them?
Yeah, of course. So right now, here they're using like the daily bundle and the complexion bundle. What I would be suggesting here is building some kind of routine, because they have different products, from like a cleanser to a moisturizer to like a face mask or a cleaning scrub. You could be really greatly build a routine in the sense that you say, hey, you need to use the scrub first, then the cleanser, then the moisturizer, and then at the end you put a face mask on it and let it sit on the face for like 10 minutes and then wash it off. I'm not the expert for that, but those are just like my ideas for like how you could be using these products. And then it also makes sense to use this in the communication to the user, in the sense that they will buy all those 4 products at once and have like a high average order value with you.
That sounds great. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. So that's that. Just one thought regarding like the product cards, I would call them. So like the image, title, reviews, and everything. You could change that a little bit, make it more visually appealing, and have like a quick call to action. So like quick view or quick buy or quick add to cart, just so again, it makes it easier in the customer journey to shop through it. So you don't have to like click on the page and then buy it, but you could like do it from the collection page, for example. Sweet. And now we're on the product page already. So just quickly going through that. And the product page, again, really important to have all the important information above the fold. Here, they're already doing a great job in having like the reviews, the title, the price, some product benefits, and the add to cart. So this is really, really great. What I'm seeing here is they only have like a swipe function, and this is something that I would optimize. Because on mobile, people are not really used to swiping, they're rather used to scrolling. So this is not like the best case that you can have in terms of user experience. And also I would be using the space on the images more efficiently. Here they're doing a really great job showcasing the product ingredients and kind of showing the benefits. And I would use this on like every product image, just so it's like not only the product, but here you could have like 2 points, here maybe 1 point, just telling them the product benefits. Like this is completely animal friendly. This is for sensitive skin, right? Just so like getting all the product benefits across on the images too, when people like click on it or go through it, because this isn't really telling much. It's just showing like the cream, right? But it's not telling a story really. So this looks really great, great design job, and they should be doing something like this for like every picture.
That's an interesting point, because they've definitely got a good catalog, like a second image, but the first image and the rest of the images could do better.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And then here again, what we just talked about, like using bundles or using a routine to boost average order value, they could really easily use the next section to kind of build this routine or show the bundles or like upsell and cross-sell on products. Just because when somebody decides to buy this cleanser, you could be showcasing like the other products around here, for example. Or what I'm thinking right now, what you could also be doing is having it in the cart, like they're having it here, or after you click add to cart, right? Because now they've decided to buy this product. You could have a small pop-up saying, hey, this product or these 2 products would fit really greatly in combination with this one, right? And then again, you're building a higher average order value.
Great.
Sweet. How do you like this section? What is your first impression of this?
I'm personally, I don't have very key takeaways from this section. Uh, I would say maybe, like there's a lot of text to read, but probably nothing to skim through quickly.
Yeah, really, really great point. That's what I also wanted to talk about, is they should be kind of using visually different copywriting in the sense that you're utilizing headlines and you're using, for example, like bullet points, or you highlight certain words with like bold text. Just like you said, when I'm browsing through the store, I can really quickly read through that, right? So that's like the first thing that you need to watch out for in your copywriting, because most of the people are lazy. They will scroll through your store. It's really visual. They may read like 1, 2 words from here to there. And that's what you want to lay the focus on. So if you have important words in your copy, you should make them bold so people actually read it when they skim through it. And then second thing is, this is really vague. Zena, the skin brand loved by thousands. So this is really, really vague. Like I could go outside right now and say XYZ is being loved by thousands. So what you should be doing here is make it really, really precise, because this will increase trust. So the more precise the number, the more trust it will create. If you say something like, we have 1,517 happy customers that love Zena, the skin brand, this will create so much more trust than having this like vague statement, right?
Definitely. What are other ways you would recommend them to, create more trust for their users?
As they are a skincare brand, I would really, really heavily focus on showing all these pictures. So they are doing a great job here, showing like pictures with the customers with the product news, showcasing the product, showcasing the routine. I would focus on this really, really heavily. They could do small things like verified customer or whatever to even increase trust more. But as they are a skincare brand, I would focus heavily on showing the product, and to every single picture, I would add like a name and an age or like an Instagram tag or something, just so they know it's not like a random person, but it's like an actual customer.
More real, highlighting real people using their product.
Yeah. Because I mean, for me, like the most interesting part on this product page is like who is using a product and what they look like and are they happy or not, right? So you could like have 3 here, show some reviews, and then have like tons and tons of more people using a product, and it would be interesting to look at them.
Great. What are your thoughts on other, like they also have a table and they've highlighted their ingredients. Do you feel that catches attention?
You're talking about this?
Yes.
This is great. This is a great idea. For the execution, I would again focus on what's in it for the customer, right? Because customer are always asking themselves when looking through a page, what's in it for me? What do I get out of this? Why should I care about avocado or watermelon or oat silk into this? They have it here a little bit like moisturize or increases rejuvenation, but they should be putting way more focus on this. So for example, show the product in the middle and then show we are putting avocado oil into this product because avocado is scientifically proven to moisturize the skin. Or we're putting watermelon into it because the seeds of the watermelon will increase your rejuvenation and have other benefits for your skin, right? So you need to make it a lot more focused on the benefits. It's great that they're saying they got key natural ingredients, so it's all natural, but they should focus more on like the benefits like moisturize, rejuvenation, and smoothing, for example.
That's a great point. More questions. What are your thoughts generally on, say, having a sticky CTA button for longer pages?
We like that. So we utilize that a lot, especially for like long pages, because people tend to get like lost on these pages, just so you make it really easily to get back to the top or add to cart.
Great.
Yeah. But yeah, that should be most of the input for the product page. So let's spend some time talking about like the checkout experience. I will just add it to the cart now. Let's look at the cart for a second. Really clean, really simple. What I like is this great choice. Your skin will love this, just as kind of like nudging and telling them, hey, you made a great decision. Now go and buy it. This is really great. We really like utilizing this. So they did a great job. One thing that I'm seeing now from like the visual hierarchy standpoint is they have 3 buttons in the same color. So they are all getting the same attention from the customer. Obviously, this one is the biggest, but still they are all in the same color. So what I would be doing here is using different colors for the buttons. So maybe make this like black or something, just so it's not getting that much attention and you're driving all the attention to the main call to action. And then what you also want to be doing is not having like a huge discount code field and then like an apply button, because at this point they want to buy the product. And right now you're making them think, oh, where do I get this discount code from? Right. So this reduces friction in the checkout process and may lead to people abandoning the checkout process. Because if you start like thinking, okay, how can I get a discount code? Where do I get it? Did they send me something per mail, whatever? They will start opening another tab and searching for like ZenaSkin Discord, or they will go to their mails, and then somebody else may talk to them or whatever, and then they forget about wanting to buy this, and then you've lost them. So we don't want that to happen. So what I would be doing here is having this as like a pop-up where you can click on something, just like a regular text saying, hey, you got a discount code, click here to apply it or whatever, but don't put too much visual attention on this, because otherwise you could have people bouncing from the customer journey.
That's a very interesting point. I think a lot of D2C brands often struggle with that question. And, often like there's not a lot sometimes you can optimize on the checkout journey. But these days, major call outs to discount buttons have become very popular. But I like the point where you feel that it creates customer friction, right?
Yeah. So that's the thing. Generally, what we see with a lot of D2C brands is that they may have like a huge add to cart rate, let's say like 10% add to cart rate. Then they maybe have like a 6% initiate checkout rate and then a 3% conversion rate. So they're seeing a huge drop off from people that initially put the product in the cart. So what you should be optimizing in the cart is, again, focus really heavily on trust and also focus on the questions that the user has in this step in the customer journey. They've already decided for a product, and right now they're asking themselves, okay, can I really trust this brand? How can I purchase it? Like which payment providers? How long will it take to get shipped to me? Can I return it if I don't like it? And they have all these questions regarding like the buying process, right? Like logistically. So what I would do here is I would, again, kill this section, have like a small text, and then use store benefits. So something like free and fast express shipping, 2-day delivery, and 30-day money back guarantee, or free, send it back for free, something like that, right? So you're answering all these questions at once. You're building trust and you're answering all these essential questions. And then what you can be doing, what most of people are obviously familiar with, are using like the payment providers under the call to action. So showing PayPal, showing Amazon Pay, showing Visa, MasterCard, and all these payment providers to build trust and also to show these people what they can use right now to buy the product. And then you're essentially checking the box with creating trust and also answering all these essential questions.
That's a great thought. Yeah.
So that's that for the cart draw. Checkout process. The thing is that you can only optimize the checkout when you're on Shopify Plus. Only thing that you could be doing is here, design an image where you have the logo, for example, on the left-hand side, and then again you have like tick marks, or you have some trust badges here, right? So you could have ZenaSkin on the left, and then you could have 3 store benefits saying, again, like fast shipping, free delivery, free returns, something like that. Just like build a little bit of trust, but that's literally the only thing that you can be doing if you're on the regular Shopify checkout. If you have Shopify Plus, you have more options. But I think most of the people are not on Shopify Plus, so I will not like take time to explain that.
Yeah, I love that idea. Really optimizing for space there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the small things at the end of the day. But yeah, anything that you would like to focus on in the store, anything that you would want to touch?
Just a very quick, I love they had a quiz to capture emails, and I love that idea. So,
oh yeah, we didn't talk about the quiz. So let's talk about the quiz. They have this section in the menu that you can click on, which is basically Chris asking them like 5 questions, I think, which is really, really smart. You can just click through and talk about how like your skin type, your goals, etc., etc. And then how often you use it, how long is your routine, and then you're basically putting into your mail, right? So really smart, because now they're capturing your mail. They have the mail that they can send you emails, and now they have this. What I would be doing on this page is make it more clear which product is fitting to the customer right now, because now it feels like they're just showing me all the products, right? Because they have like 11 products in the catalog and I can see 8 products here. So I feel like I've given them the input and now they're still showing me like all the products. So what I would be doing is I would either for every single product have like some like a small copywriting section saying, hey, you told us that your skin is really dry. That's why we are recommending this product, because this product has XYZ, right? Just so that you feel that they've read the answers or they're giving you the product recommendations based on your answers. Because right now they are just like showing the products. I mean, that's what it feels like.
absolutely, more personalized.
Yeah. But the idea is great. So just like this small change and like having it more customized and having like more precise copywriting and reassuring them that this is actually individual for like each customer.
Great. Thank you so much, Carl. This was very insightful, and I think it's important for D2C brands to understand fundamentals of how they can really boost, small tweaks that can boost their conversion rate. I'm thinking of my key takeaways, and some of the things I absolutely love that you mentioned, how this is a brand that really focuses on real people, right? So maybe the first top section for their homepage, like the first interaction for customer with their homepage, should definitely be how it impacts them, the real people using their products, and just more social proofing around that. So I loved that thought, absolutely. And with collection pages, I agree that the value proposition needs to be clear, it needs to be stronger, more filtering. And I think the idea about creating a pack definitely would help them in terms of when you're a skincare brand, there's a whole routine that's followed. So if brands can generally think of how users, customers use their product across through the day, like what's the overall, they could build better bundles and better categories for themselves. So that's definitely key. I think on the checkout journey, a great point on how the discount code might increase friction. Sometimes we think that the discount code might encourage people to buy, but often you just want them to take one small action, right? Just focus on one key action. I also love that you mentioned how the Shopify checkout page can be optimized for stores that don't have Shopify Plus, because that's definitely one of the questions for a lot of stores. But instead of just having your brand logo on top, you could actually also have just a bit of social proofing. I think that's a great idea.
For sure. Thanks so much for making the conclusion. At the end of the day, it's really focused on being customer centric, right? So that's like the main point. Also, what I always like to focus on. So great that you've talked about that, having like the clear value proposition and think about how your customers are using the product. So yeah, really great points. Thank you so much for having me. It was a really fun tear down of this page, and I really enjoyed the time here.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you again. Some very strong insights from you. So